Continue.
So what people don't understand is Florida, the Florida that we live in, was created when Walt Disney said, I want to build something in the middle of Florida.
With a mouse.
And Floridians take great pride in it. I've got friends.
They love it.
Right-wing friends, evangelical friends, Republican friends that have never voted for a Democrat in the election. They take their kids to Disney on weekends.
They love Disney World,
they
the Magic
love
Kingdom.
It is. They take great pride in it. And this is just a great example, again, of Republicans overplaying it. And just, it's stupid. Ron DeSantis attacking Disney. Now, it's never made any sense to me. It makes sense to podcasters. It makes sense to people that have to just get a small sliver of the audience and they make millions of dollars. But it's never made sense politically in the state of Florida or in America. And he's taking on Mickey Mouse, but now Mickey Mouse has brass knuckles because he's taken on Bob Iger. Now, I don't know if you've ever gotten to a fight with Bob Iger. I have not, thank God. That's why I'm still here on TV.
That's you do not do that.
But you don't do that. And Iger is making him look like a fool. And by the way, he's so unafraid of Ron DeSantis. He said, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to throw the biggest LGBTQ celebration in the history of the world on Main Street Disney.
In the Magic
And you know
Kingdom.
why he can do that? Because he can do that. And people will still come to Disney. Why? Because they love Walt Disney. Long after Ron DeSantis is lobbying for the corn cob makers of America in Tallahassee, Florida, Walt Disney will still be attracting millions and millions of people from across America every year.
Big corn cob is a big lobby in Florida,
huge.
too.
People don't understand that outside of Florida.
I've said over the years. But yeah, to your point, and it's not just a feeling people have. In the state of Florida, it's an entire economy. It's the largest private employer. And it's not just that park, it's all the ancillary stuff that comes with it. Bob Iger has come out and said, we got billions more to spend in the coming years. We're going to be here. And let's remember what this is about for Governor DeSantis. This is about one piece of legislation that the former CEO of Disney objected to. We can talk about that legislation as a separate matter, but Ron DeSantis is willing to die on this political hill over that one issue. He's going to try to fight Disney, which is obscenely popular in the state of Florida and at the country for a guy who wants to run for president.
One issue gave Trump a huge opening to criticize him and went after him really hard on social media. His original PR plan fizzled, so now he's going back with a new one in order to save face. Disney's next move will be an announcement that there's no money will be invested in Florida because of the governor. It goes on.
He is shocked that Ron DeSantis is engaging in a political stunt.
Right, which in itself is wonderful hypocrisy that we've become very used to.
Donnie, let's just talk branding again. Let's talk branding. You just can't. You can't beat Disney. You just can't beat it. And by the way, there may be some things that Disney does that everybody doesn't agree with. There's stuff that Major League Baseball does, that the NFL does, that you name the institution, they do it, that everybody's not going to agree with. But the NFL, who I heard several years ago, people are going to stop watching the NFL. Nobody's going to watch NFL. Joe, I stopped watching the NFL. The NFL, seriously? I feel really bad for Roger Goodell because he's serious. He's got to have horrible back problems from carrying all the gold bullion he has to carry from the money that they make. It's insanity. And it's the same thing with Disney. And he's taking them on for some stupid woke thing that most people don't even understand.
You talked about the brand of Disney. What is it? It's America and it's family. So you're taking on America and you're taking on family values when you take it. That's the irony of this. They're all about family values and they're taking on the company that's built on family values and family togetherness.
It doesn't make sense.
Joe, you've also talked in the past, and I've agreed with this, that DeSantis, once the stage starts to get bigger, is going to start to wilt a little bit. You just see he's got no answers. He's got no punches. He's fighting a fight. He can't win. And this, to me, is a precursor of him on a bigger national stage. And he's just stupid. It's a stupid play.
Well, and again, I've got to say, it's one thing, Katty K, if Ron DeSantis is yelling at a female reporter in a Tallahassee press conference, which is what he likes to do the most. Mm-hmm. He likes to pick somebody, usually a woman, and yell at them, not let them talk over them. Then he walks away, and big Republican donors go, oh, he's strong, and they send him money. You can't do that to Bob Iger. Again, I think he needs to understand there's a new sheriff in town at Disney, and this sheriff, he's going to beat Ron DeSantis every time, and he has. He's humiliated him time after time since he's come back.
Yeah, I mean, taking on Bob Iger taking on Disney in a state that virtually depends on Disney for its tourism revenue. It was a crazy idea. I mean, there's been questions for a long time about Ron DeSantis and whether he has the charisma on a debate stage to take on Donald Trump if it comes to that. But I think now the questions, particularly amongst donors, are whether he has the strategy and the acumen and the business sense if he's going to actually start destroying his own state. Having trumpeted the fact that he's done so well in Florida and they got Florida through COVID with minimal restrictions, he's now turning against one of the most popular businesses in the state of Florida. And there's no way he's going to win. So Disney has something like the GDP of Ukraine, 190,000 employees. This isn't David and Goliath. I don't know what it is, but anyway, David is not going to win in this one. He's not going to win because Disney's popular and because Disney's particularly popular in the state of Florida. But it's the anti-business tone that DeSantis is taking that I think is particularly worrying to donors and Republican donors who tend to have made a lot of money out of American businesses and so aren't particularly interested in somebody who's running on an anti-business platform.
Interesting. We're going to get to more politics in just a moment, but more business.